Hey everyone, welcome along. Kathryn Eggins here from kathryneggins.com. Tonight I just wanted to jump online just quickly to talk about something that's been on my mind for a little bit, or actually a couple of years, and that is about living in your body. I see a lot of people who don't live within their body, and I'd like to talk about this a little bit because it's something that a lot of people don't even realize that they're doing, and they don't quite understand it. If you find that when you're doing meditation that you struggle with meditation of actually trying to settle down, that can be a sign that you're not living in your body, along with feeling like you're uncoordinated and that kind of thing, just not feeling connected to your body. And I saw this a lot when I was working as a personal trainer, as a fitness instructor, teaching dance fitness, and even now that I'm still teaching yoga, I see a lot in the class where people come in and say, have you been to yoga before? No, but I really need to stretch. I'm really, my body's really tight. And I see yoga as being soul first, that it's not about the body, that is part of it, but that it's actually about the soul, connecting with the soul first, the breathing, and that the asanas are there to help you to connect to your body or to your soul and to your breathing and getting the whole package happening. But it's about soul first, that you could just sit and just breathe, and that's a form of yoga. That when you connect to your soul, connect to your breathing, that the flexibility comes with that. That's all part of it, of connecting to your body. And with the fitness training, there were a lot of people who were, trying to do exercises, but they didn't have that mind-muscle connection. That all comes with practice. So years ago, I didn't even have it. I was going to Pilates, and they were trying to get me to feel a particular muscle, the glutes. Here we were doing an exercise to activate the glutes, and I just could not get it. They're going, can you feel it? I'm going, I had no idea what I was even feeling for. But the more that I practiced it and the more that I focused on it, eventually I created those new neural pathways, and it happened. And from that point on, I could tell you what my little toe is doing. It's all about connecting with your body and knowing what your body's doing and being able to move your body in a way that you want to, that you know that you're not uncoordinated. Coordination is actually not knowing what to do. That's really all it is, just having not been taught what to do. I noticed this when I was teaching dance fitness, that people would come in and they'd say, oh, I'm so uncoordinated. But they weren't actually uncoordinated. The difference between them and myself is I did dancing growing up. I learned about music. I understand how music works. They hadn't done either. So how could they possibly know what to do if they'd never been taught? Didn't mean that they were uncoordinated. They just didn't know what to do. And the same comes with this mind-muscle connection of actually connecting to your body, connecting your soul to your body. Your body's a house for your soul to live in, but a lot of people actually are living beside their body. They're moving with their body, but they're too afraid to actually go within and be with themselves. And that's where the struggle with meditation can come in, of actually switching off and being okay with being with yourself and just being in that moment and not stressing about everything that's going on and just being at peace and being okay with being in your body. And, a lot of fears can come with the reality of that, of, reality is just a perception of your beliefs and what you're focusing on, and that's what will create your reality. And the reality is that most people don't like themselves, unfortunately, which is not good. And that really comes from growing up and being told, you're not good at this, you're not good at that, and no, don't do this. And people become afraid to actually love themselves. And, God forbid if you love yourself. It's a completely different thing when someone goes, no, she loves herself or whatever. It's not that. It's, and this whole tall poppy syndrome that we have in Australia, if someone starts to get too big for their boots, you pull them back down and, start telling them negative things, and it's not good. It means that people start to not like themselves. And yet the thing I discovered, that once I did the work and I dug deep and actually realized that I'm pretty cool and I'm okay, that I found my best friend. It was like I can go within. If I'm having a stressful moment, which I try not to have, I focus on the positive as often as possible and set, the goals of where I want to go and work towards those. But occasionally the old beliefs creep in and things start to happen, and I can have down days as well as up days, and which I think the majority of people do. But I can go within and just be with myself and know that everything's going to be okay. And that's such a valuable tool to have, and to not be afraid to actually like yourself and to realize that you're all right. Everybody's actually okay. There's a good person in there, regardless of what anybody else thinks. It's going within and being okay with who you are, going back and sitting with your inner child and healing things that happened in the past that may have brought you to the, where you are today. And, this inner child's there going, I just want to be loved, and struggling, that you can actually go back and sit with them and let them know everything's okay. Give them an energetic hug and let them know that they're okay, that even though someone told them to tone it down and that, what they were doing, even though they were just being themselves, and, somebody said, oh, that's not okay, that it is okay. It was okay for them to do that and to be themselves and to say that and to, be out there. Because the people who told us, that it wasn't okay to be ourselves, they were only coming from the place of their own beliefs. And that's really, I listen to what some people say when I'm out shopping. I hear things that people say to their kids, and it's like, they're just setting them up to have these beliefs about themselves that aren't true. And then people start to move outside of their body. They're with their body, but they're not in their body. They're not connected to their body. And when you're connected to your body, then you can find that flexibility in your body. I've seen there's some people that I was working with who were quite religious, and one thing that was really noticeable to me was the restrictions that were put on their life due to their religion, that their bodies were stiff. They didn't have that flexibility to move and allow themselves to be themselves, because they were fitting into this belief system that they were taught. And I find that a really unfortunate thing. There's a place for whatever helps or enriches somebody's life. It doesn't matter, I've got my beliefs, others have got their beliefs, but when that restriction is put on people and their inner self is saying something completely different to what they're being told, then that's when the body starts to get really tense and they step outside their body, and they're taught that it's not okay to be themselves, and that's not okay. No, it's okay. We've all got this creative spirit. We've all got something to share with the world. So by being told to tone it down, then we're conforming and being taught to conform to other people's standards, rather than, imagine if we're all just taught to be ourselves, and how enriched the world would be and how much vitality there would be there, rather than everybody being told to fit into the worker bee mold and fit into that box and tone it down and play it small. So, if you're having those feelings of you're born for more and these bigger and better things, pursue those, because that's your inner self calling out and going, there's so much more out there for you. And that just because one person said one thing doesn't mean that that's it. That's, it's okay to think differently to somebody else and to want to follow a different path to what somebody else says that you should be doing. So just to have a think about that. Are you living in your body, or are you too afraid to? Are you afraid to actually get to know yourself and to be okay with being with yourself and having those moments of solitude? And it's not about loneliness. You can be alone but not be lonely. And being okay with having those moments by yourself and really enjoying your own company. But getting connected with your body so you have that mind-muscle connection and just knowing so much about yourself and realizing that you are a great person, that within you, within your soul and your higher self is this amazing being that is capable of so much in this world. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know your comments. I'd love to hear from you. And, I'll come back later and jump in on the comments. But in the meantime, if you haven't seen already, I've got a book. Let me share my book with you. In the Spirit of Bliss. I've got a few copies left. I've written a chapter in this book, and it's got short, inspiring stories from entrepreneurs from all around the world, but a lot of them are inspired spirit coaches. They're all law of attraction based, but there's also Jack Canfield, Brian Tracy, and even Oprah Winfrey has written a chapter for this book. So contact me if you would like a copy. I'll put a link in the comments. There's also a couple of other books that I have here which are in the same series, in the Spirit series, in the Spirit of Success and in the Spirit of Abundance. But I've also got Sandy Forster's book here, How to Be Wildly Wealthy Fast. And Sandy is the one that has actually put all of these books together. So it's a couple of different packs you can get. Plus, but wait, there's more. I also have these CDs here, and I'm going to include CD of your choice. They're prosperity CDs from Sandy Forster. And I'll include the CD of your choice subject to availability, because once they're gone, they're gone. So you can let me know which one you want. But there's 8 different ones in the series. So there's attracting your ideal relationship, divine manifesting, manifesting prosperity, daily joy and happiness, inspire weight loss, boosting self-esteem, achieving goals, creating success, and creating health and vitality. So CD of your choice is there for a meditational prosperity CD as well. And that's a free bonus for any purchase of the books. So get in, have a look, and there's a link on the webpage to Messenger, so we can chat via Messenger, and you can select the packs you want. If you just want one book, In the Spirit of Bliss, which is the one that I'm in, you can have that one too. So get in there, have a look, find a book, enrich your life. You are the total of the books that you read and your experiences. So get out there and experience life. And if an opportunity comes up and it's just, hell yes, go for it. Don't even think about it, because that's your soul going, yes. And that's the beginning of you starting to live in your body. So have a chat. Let me know. I'd love to talk to you. I shall talk to you again soon. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.